Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you. So when it says be followers of God, it means that God is kind. It means that God is tender-hearted. It means that God is forgiving. It means that there's no bitterness in God. It means there's no wrath in God. It means there's no anger in God. So if there's no anger in God, there's no wrath in God, what do we call the wrath of God? John 3:36. He that believeth on the Son hath what? Everlasting life. And he that believeth not on the Son, what? Shall not see life, but the wrath of God abideth on him. Look at John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Who is the father he's talking about here? The devil. So, from this beginning, where is Jesus talking about? Genesis. Now, the word there, devil, is the word diabolos. And it's a word that means deceiver. It deals with someone that is into deception. What is Jesus trying to show you about the killing of Abel? He's trying to show you that the devil was behind the scene. We try to look at who the serpent in Genesis was. What Moses was using the serpent to teach you was the deception that is of the father, the devil. Look at Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, called the devil. When you read Revelation and see serpent, where should your mind go to? Genesis. So what the Revelation now unveil the serpent to be? The devil, which deceiveth the world. Look at Revelation 20. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old, what should you say happened or is happening in Genesis? The devil's work at play. So Moses will use an imagery of a serpent to teach you about the work of the devil. But your attention should be what? On the work of the devil, not the animal he is using. Matthew 10:16. I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore as wise as what? Serpent. There are 4 animals mentioned there. Which is similar to sheep? Dove. Which is similar to wolves? Serpent. So it means that it cannot tell you as a sheep. Because a sheep, you will not find a sheep behaving like a serpent. The consistent use of serpent through scriptures deals about the work of the devil. So a good way to read that would be, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, who are as wise as what? Serpents. What should you do? Be harmless as dove. When you see Moses speaks about serpent, he's literally just talking about the work of the devil behind the scene of the activities of men. God's forgiveness of sin is the message in which his hand is stretched forth to save a man. And when a man sees the hand and rejects it, what happens? He reaps or he gets a recompensation for not accepting the saving of God's power. Romans 1 will tell you what? For the gospel is the power of God unto what? Salvation. So the wrath of God is the absence of God's saving power. It's a figure of speech. Metonymy. Look at Exodus 12, verse 23. For the Lord will pass through and to smite the Egyptians, and when he sees the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your house to smite you. So what was God doing? Preserving, not destroying. I will not allow the destroyer to come into your house to smite you. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 9. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of the serpents. You see the word serpent again? Serpent destruction again. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of who? So who destroyed them? Did I show you in Exodus 12:23 where it says destroyer is the one destroying? So what is the Passover? The Passover is that which shields those behind the door. That's why Paul now tells you in 1 Corinthians 5 verse 7, he says what? For Christ is our what? Passover sacrifice for us.